loyalty pledge. Your boy, you see next how that mag and shoddy work. Can't rid this smell with bath and body works. It's sad and probably worse. First, the chroma spit. Wise guys do drive-bys and don't own a whip. Time come, divine sons need a song to rip. Thugs in harmony, cool, I got a bone to pick.
Vlogs, battles, music videos, interviews, and much more. Pushing the culture forward. No Mercy TV.
Yo, what's good, y'all? No Mercy. Trap, New York shit. NoMercyTV.com. You know what time it is, man. Shh. Baby sleeping right now. Feel what I'm saying? So, gotta keep this a little quiet, you know? But, man. Yo. Niggas just be folding left and right, man. I have no idea what it is. Kanye. Oh, my God. This guy just doesn't know how to keep himself out of headlines. He don't know how to keep himself from not being a trending topic. He just has to be the center of attention at all times, man. You know, I guess it started, I want to say last week or the week before. Him and Candace Owens popped up with the White Lives Matter shirt. You know, here's my thing, man. Kanye oftentimes has a great message, but his delivery is just terrible. Like, he's the guy that just, like, walks into a crowded area and starts shooting. He doesn't tell you that there's a hitman over there that's, you know, trying to kill people. He just walks around and just start, you know what I mean, just start letting off. Like, you know, you can't operate like that. You scare the people in the process. You feel what I'm saying? So while the message and the intention might be good, it's still overall going to be a bad outcome because your way of delivering it is terrible. You know, so after all that, right, a whole bunch of stuff starts going on. There's a whole bunch of people in the industry chiming in. You got Meek Mill, who Kanye was destroying in that Champs interview, going crazy on Meek. Then you got P. Diddy, who had hit him, told him, you know, he wasn't feeling the stuff that he was saying. And then Kanye started tweeting stuff like, yo, I'm going DEFCON 3 on all Jews and stuff like that, which basically is him saying he's ready for war. You know, and it's not a death threat as like people are trying to make it out to be. It's just saying I know I got some shit that I want to say and it's going to offend y'all, but I'm prepared for whatever comes with it. You know, and yeah, when you're going to speak on those people, you definitely better be prepared because it comes with a lot. You feel me? You got Twitter and Instagram that done banned him. You got J.P. Morgan Chase that basically gave his money to boot, which is crazy. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of somebody getting booted from a bank because of the stuff that, you know, Dave said. Like, that's crazy. He didn't break no law or nothing. He just said, hey, we don't like what you said. You can take your money and go elsewhere. That's crazy. You feel me? Like, just all this different stuff going on. And the problem with Kanye, right, is that when he does like these kind of Drink Champs interviews, it's going to be stuff you agree with, stuff you don't agree with, right? So I get the whole, you know, the parenting thing, right? A lot of the stuff he was saying about how the Kardashians control, you know, what his child is doing and stuff like that, and how when he looks at Kim, he thinks about the Chris Rock stand-up, you know, Never Scared, which was a fire stand-up. Yo, Chris Rock was like, yo, the only job as a father is to keep your daughter off the pole. And he's thinking, yo, Kim had a sex tape. My daughter's around the wrong influences. She can end up going down the same route. So stuff like that, I completely understand. And as a father, you definitely want to be present in your child's life. You know, so stuff like that, I was completely understanding. But the problem comes in, right, when you're talking about all this George Floyd stuff, which that's the part that had me steaming hot. Because I'm like, he said, yo, the officer's knee wasn't even on his neck like that. My nigga, what video was you watching? You talking about you got your news, you got your info from the documentary that Candace Owens put out. Now, granted, the documentary might give you more insight into the overall case as a whole and certain information you didn't know, but we watched that video. That cop knee was on that man's neck for over 8 minutes. You hear the man crying, screaming help for his mother, and he's saying he can't breathe and all that other shit. He's saying this. Like, what are you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? This goes to show you that these niggas just be like super disconnected from society and disconnected from reality. Like, all of that stuff people saying about Kanye's mental health and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, some of his actions you can attribute to mental health, but for the most part, this is just a man with a coonish viewpoint. Like, that's really what it is, you know. And he, like I said, it's just bad way of delivering his message. You feel what I'm saying? So, I'm always gonna watch a Kanye interview. You know what I mean? Whether he's making a fool of himself, whether he's clarifying some bullshit he did, whatever, I'm just going to watch Kanye interview because Kanye interviews are entertaining. Like, we're not going to sit up here and act like we're not laughing at some of the stuff that Kanye is saying. And we're not going to act like he doesn't make valid points at times, because he does. He does. He makes a lot of valid points. You know, even when he's talking about how them people are in control of most of the world, he's right, you know. And that's just the reality of it. And it's crazy how when you do speak out against them, you know, you get instant bans on social media and stuff like that. And what that makes me think, right, damn, what if black people had that power? What if we had that power to where people are spewing anti-black, you know, type of rhetoric or whatever the case is, they can get banned and blocked and stuff like that from social media. Their money can be kicked out of banks and stuff like that. That would be dope as hell. But unfortunately, black people don't own shit, and we don't ultimately control anything, so we don't get those kind of perks. You understand? But guess what? Those people do. You feel me? So, you know, that's definitely something just, you know, in society that needs to change. You know, black people to me are, and y'all never really hear me on no like super pro-black, blah, 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 but I do feel like black people are the superior race out of everything. You feel me? Just in terms of like where all of the cool comes from, what everybody wants to gravitate, what everybody wants to appropriate, all comes from black culture. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people want to be aligned with us. People want to take from us. People want to just be a part of what we got going on. You know, of course, they rather steal it because they don't really want to be a part. They just want what we can contribute. But they want to steal everything we have going on. And so, for me, yeah, I do, you know, have those thoughts right there in terms of just, you know, black people overall. But, yeah, it would be dope if we had the platform to where when people do certain things against us, you know, we can have the same power basically that the Jewish have, you know. But so there's certain things in that nature that I agree with Kanye on, but you know, it's just all of the everything else, you know, even what he was trying to say with the White Lives Matter, like, oh, he's just stating the obvious, blah blah blah. Cool, I get it, but come on. Especially you with Candace Owens, like Karen Owens, like, come on, you feel what I'm saying? So one of the most anti-black people that there is on the planet, and people like that, you should never like align yourself with them and then be wearing something that says White Lives Matter, you know, especially not before you tell us what it is that you're trying to accomplish, because if you do it first, then you get all the backlash, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's just a whole bunch of BS that comes with it. And then the interview comes down. The NORE Drink Champs Kanye Part 3 interview gets taken down. So, I'm pretty sure it was a Puff, Revolt, you know, probably NORE a little bit too, because he was on Hot 97 basically going on an apology tour saying that, you know, he regrets stepping in the interview. You know, NORE is known for cutting people off. In this interview, he just let Kanye go, which I really don't see the issue. Like, to me, Kanye wasn't saying anything that warranted the interview being taken down. Like, you know, it was him doubling down on a lot of stupid shit that he said. But again, free speech, you know, is certain stuff that need to be said to spark conversations, you know, so we can progress as a society. Like, there's some things that do need to be talked about. So I don't think the interview should have came down. But NORE, for him to act like he didn't know what he was getting himself into with a Kanye interview, knowing the headlines, knowing the stuff that Kanye is just coming off of in terms of like the whole Jewish thing and, you know, everything like that. Like, come on, you knew what kind of interview was being set up for. So it's like there's nothing to regret. If anything, you should regret the interview being taken down, because at the end of the day, you're still blocking somebody from, you know, having their freedom of speech. And the funny thing is, the interview being taken down only further proves Kanye's point about the people who are actually in control. You understand? So salute to y'all for taking the interview down and essentially proving that man right in that particular aspect. You get what I'm saying? So, but I think the interview should have stayed up. It's not threatening. It's not any of that. It's just, I guess you could say, offensive to certain people. But who cares? You understand? This day and age, it's like you can't say shit unless, like, or else you're going to offend somebody. Like, there's somebody that's always going to feel away. Somebody that's always going to feel like a victim because you're saying something that they don't like. You understand? The truth hurts at times. So you deal with it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you're a person who feels like you're negatively affected by the truth, it's like, look within yourself. Don't look within a person who's just speaking on, you know, what the obvious is. Look within yourself, see what needs to change, and then change it. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, I don't blame NORE. I didn't think NORE did anything wrong. He did what he was supposed to do. For once, he shut the fuck up during the interview, so I was enjoying that aspect. And he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't warrant any backlash. It was nothing, you know, that he did or said or anything that, you know, it's nothing he did wrong. It's nothing he did wrong. Was there parts where he could have interjected a little bit more? Of course. You understand? But when everybody's complaining that NORE never lets his guests speak and he's always interrupting them, then you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? But overall, it's just overall a bad look for him to, you know, go on this whole apology tour and then, you know, all that other shit. It's like, come on, man. You feel me? You know who you're dealing with. You know what you was getting yourself into. So it's like, what was the point? You know what I mean? So I think they need to put the interview back up. I did see other people re-uploading the interview, so it's still available to watch on YouTube. You know, the full 3-4 hours, however long it was. But to me, it's still a very entertaining interview. But Kanye just be bugging sometimes. Kanye just be bugging, you know what I mean? And like I said, to say that you got that George Floyd bullshit from a documentary talking about, oh, the cop wasn't even on his neck like that, it's like, bro, are you serious? Are you dumb? That's y'all mans, though. You feel me? From now on, anybody I see with a pair of Yeezys is officially canceled. We hitting y'all with the what are those? Yeezys are officially in the same class as scuffed up white forces. Like, that's what Yeezys are at this point. So you see somebody wearing them shits, hit them with one of those real quick, and we getting Kanye and all that bullshit out of there because he's bugging. And don't y'all even think about it. Don't. 2024, y'all better not think about voting for that man. Please don't. Please don't. The last thing we need is a bipolar fashion designer in office. That's not going to be good for anybody. I can tell you that right now. So, you know, if y'all thought Trump was bad, I'll tell you right now, Kanye is going to be 10 times worse. You feel me? The type of stuff he would do on social media, ooh, man. I could see Kanye with his co-following causing something worse than January 6th. So, you know, You just might want to keep that in mind. I'm not voting for that guy, and I don't think y'all should either. Feel me? So that's just my thoughts on that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll holler at y'all soon. No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. I'm out of here.